Hi everyone. Today, we are going to learn about the adverb eventually. This lesson is part of a 3-month course where we'll spend just 5 minutes a day understanding the usage of 100 essential adverbs. It might seem difficult at first, but keep going. This is my secret technique for leveling up your English. Listening to explanations in English is crucial for improving your listening skills, and it will also help expand your vocabulary. First, let's start with a quiz about today's word. What does eventually mean? 1. Immediately. 2. Slowly. 3. Finally, after a long time. The correct answer is number 3. Finally, after a long time. Eventually means something happens after a long time or after many efforts. When you hear eventually, think about something that happens after a long time or many difficulties. Imagine you're on a long journey, and after many hours, you finally reach your destination. That's the feeling eventually gives. Eventually is often used when something happens after a long time or after overcoming difficulties. For instance, if someone has been trying to pass an exam for a long time, you might say, after many attempts, she eventually passed the exam. Here, you're emphasizing that it took a lot of tries and time, but she finally did it. Another example is when a project faces many problems but is finally completed. You can say, the project faced many challenges, but it was eventually completed. This shows that despite the difficulties, the project was finished in the end. Let's compare eventually with finally. They are similar but have slight differences. Eventually indicates something happens after a long time or process, like, after a long journey, we eventually arrived at our destination. On the other hand, finally is used to indicate the last in a series of events or steps, such as, after many delays, the train finally arrived. Now it's your turn. In the comments section, try making a sentence using the word eventually. I can't wait to read your sentences. In today's lesson, we learned the meaning of eventually, how to use it, how to pronounce it, and the difference between eventually and finally. Use eventually to describe something that happens after a long time or many efforts, whereas using finally indicates the last in a series of events or steps. Just 5 minutes of practice each day will definitely help you improve. See you next time. Happy learning.